There is a group of young Kenyan MPs who have been pushing to change the Higher Education Loans Board Act to make student loan repayment much more lenient. The latest amendment bill by Gideon Keter was shot down by Parliament's Education Committee, leaving the hopes of finding a remedy to the ever-present tussle between HELB and its graduate loanees. Let's look at the genesis of this dispute and why Parliament has been unable to resolve it.
You had a HELB loan. Have you paid yours, for
instance?
And
I will not pay.
What do you mean you will not pay?
Because I was called to come and acquire knowledge at the University of Nairobi. It is the work of the government to pay for my education.
Let's pause here. That is Babu Owino, a sitting member of Parliament. And this is him in 2014 when he was still a student.
There is going to be a demonstration. We are going to come to your office. If you don't get in your office, we'll come to your house, we know it. If you don't get in your house, we've circulated your pictures in the local pubs and restaurants where we will look for you until we get you. You give students their money.
Babu is a good example of this tussle. When students are undergoing higher education, they seek HELB loans so desperately. They even go on strike whenever there is a delay in disbursement. But upon graduating, it becomes a problem to pay back the loan. Many genuinely cannot repay their student loans because of the high unemployment rates in the country. But for others, this defaulting is simply by choice. The relationship between HELB and the students was meant to be simple. HELB gives loans to the students, and upon graduating, they're expected to earn an income and start repaying the loans within 1 year. That is according to the HELB Act of 1995, but that is not always the case. Latest figures from the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics show that the rate of unemployment is highest among Kenyans aged between 20 to 24, which is where most graduates fall. This means that there is a huge number of graduates that fail to secure a source of income after graduation. And for those who are taking a HELB loan, they start to default and get penalized at the rate of 60,000 shillings per year while interest continues to accrue. That has been the situation for years, putting graduates and the board at loggerheads.
If you are a beneficiary of the Higher Education Loans Board loan, but you have defaulted in repayments, your name and picture could appear in the leading newspapers in a notice that will be published as soon as tomorrow.
The government would engage law enforcers to track down defaulters.
There are so many young people out there who are educated and unemployed. Where do you expect those people to be able to pay? We must protect the children of this country.
One big challenge is that the HELB Act does not capture what should happen if loanees fail to secure an income within the said 1 year. Here is the Hansard of June 6, 1995, when Parliament was debating the bill that brought HELB into existence. Members were mostly concerned about how the funds would be shared equitably, the loopholes and the power that the board would be given. But there wasn't much consideration about what would happen if graduates fail to secure a job after college, which is the current reality for many graduates today. In recent years, this new clique of young legislators became the voice of this debate. In 2015, Senator Irungu Kangata sought to amend the Act to eliminate penalties for those who failed to secure jobs within the 1-year grace period. The bill was passed by Parliament, but the President did not assent to it, claiming that the board stands to lose a lot of money. In 2020, MPs Gideon Keter and John Mwirigi brought 2 separate amendment bills to extend the grace period such that repayment begins after 5 years or upon securing a job. Both houses were rejected by the House Committee for the reason that it would reduce the board's income, therefore weakening its ability to fund more students in future. This is coming at a time when the board is grappling with defaulted loans amounting to 10 billion shillings from 85,000 loanees and an ever-increasing population of students that need loans, yet the board's income cannot sustain the demand. This graph shows the disparity between the increasing demand for loans and the repayment HELB receives each year. This difference is what is now pushing the board to seek funding outside the country and explains why it's so difficult for the government to be more lenient to the graduates.